Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sith in Bricks.
Yes, we are live. Oh, look, our little banner is right over my face. How cool is that? So let's start with that. The Lego giveaway update. We are 2 subscribers away from our next giveaway. If you guys want to hit subscribe and go to sithandbricks.com/contest and register, we are 2 away from 100. So we have some good news today. We are officially back on YouTube Live. We have been away for about a month. And we're still not 100% sure why that happened, but it did. So we are back, and we are quite happy about it. We're not going to dwell on it too much. We're just going to be very happy that everything is good to go. And thank you, YouTube. Today we are building. What are we building today?
We are building set number 7548, the Resistance A-Wing. It's almost like a 2-in-1 special today. We're doing like the 2 live streams all in one. We're building a set, and we're talking about usual subjects.
Yep, here we go.
Resistance A-Wing.
So the A-Wing 75248 is a 7+ set with 269 pieces. It is 2 inches high, 7 inches long, and 4 inches wide. This set is, when was this set? How old is this set?
This should be 2020.
Okay, so it's a recent set. Cool deal. So what is the difference between a Resistance A-Wing and that UCS A-Wing back there on the shelf?
Well, are you talking about like set-wise or like the actual A-Wings?
Actual A-Wings, they're different.
Actual A-Wing. So the Resistance A-Wing, as you can see here, the Resistance A-Wings tend to have like a different variety of colors. Like in the Rebel Alliance, it was usually red and just straight up red. In the Resistance Alliance, they kind of like mixed up the colors a little bit, added patterns. But one of the major differences, other than like technology, because these obviously had a way superior like, technology than what the Rebels did at that certain point in time. But the thing that these actually did better was speed.
Oh, see, these are faster.
A-Wings are known as the fastest ship in the galaxy. They even beat the TIE Interceptor.
So the Resistance, so which one's faster, the Resistance A-Wing or the Rebel A-Wing?
They're really close, but I think the Resistance A-Wing is a little bit faster. And I actually looked, and you know how the UCS A-Wing is the A-Wing that crashed into the Superstar Destroyer bridge?
Right.
They're actually purposely designed like that. So even though they're fast, they don't have the best defense. So if too much heat gets put up on a pilot and they think that they have to like kamikaze into a ship to stop them from getting that technology and like taking things, they will do that, as you saw in the movies. They will like ram into something to destroy the A-Wing.
All right.
Because at this time, the Imperial Army was actually trying to make and develop a ship that was faster than the A-Wing.
Gotcha.
They wanted a ship that was fast, sleek, and strong. Because at this moment, the A-Wing was actually the best ship that they had for intercepting.
All right, well, let's go ahead and start building this thing. You got the thing to open it over there? Or did you want to show the box first?
Oh yeah, let's do that before I like pry it open and it's no longer as beautiful. So the front of the box shows the Resistance A-Wing. I mean, that's what the set's named. And it's not the UCS, sorry. I'm used to saying UCS, but the Resistance A-Wing is just out in space. The front of the box, it also shows like the spring-loaded shooters that are in the front of it. And the 2 minifigures, they're on the side over here. I'll get more into detail on that later. The side of this box, since it was 2020, and in 2020, Lego actually had a tendency to make like this side art thing. Sure, but a lot of them didn't really have much, but some of them, like the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda brickheads, had some pretty cool art. So, but on the side of this box, it's the normal black coloring, the black color pieces, and an A-Wing. and some information. The back of the box once again shows the A-Wing, except this time it's landed with the landing gear out and shows the stud shooters. I mean, spring-loaded shooters over here. These figures have no stud shooters. Also, no stud shooters, which is, honestly, I really like that. I'm not a big fan of the stud shooters, so I'm glad they're not in this. But it also shows the cockpit and how the cockpit of the A-Wing opens. And yeah. The other side of the box is just like some advertising for Lego Life, which is a mobile app that Lego has. Some information, some choking hazard stuff. Yeah. The front of the box, at the top of the box. Well, I call it the front of the box because of how I display them. Also has some more information on the side over here. Like this. Yep, there you go. So it has some information. It has the A-Wing in different languages, and it also has a 1-to-1 scale of the minifigure included in the set.
Who is that? What does that say the name of that is? Does it say pilot or is it actually somebody's name?
It is a pilot. It is Snap Wexley.
Snap Wexley. Okay.
It's a Resistance pilot.
Gotcha. And the bottom of the box looks like the bottom of a box. All right.
Information. Oh yeah, something interesting. So we got this during 2020. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like it when people say it, so I'm just gonna say 2020. And because of that, this is not a UK box, which is something that's interesting to me because a lot of the sets that were made during 2020 were actually imported from other countries. Just something interesting, I thought, because they actually had one that had the American information on it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and open this thing up and start this build.
Yep.
And while you're doing that, our topic of the day. What is our topic of the day?
Brickheads.
Oh, that's right. Brickhead.
All about that are made out of bricks.
So we are talking brickheads today. Yeah, it was actually.
Come on, you didn't have to agree. That just made it worse.
Yeah, so we are talking brickheads.
Brickheads.
And we were actually talking before the stream yesterday, actually, I think, about the different brickheads and the history of brickheads and how many brickheads there were. And I think I think at the end of the day there was 135, right?
Yeah.
135.
If I'm not wrong, brickheads were made to compete with Funko Pop and other like pop things, right?
That was my understanding as well from what I read. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this next one here. So it Lego didn't call it that, and most of the descriptions didn't say that, but it's kind of obvious that that was kind of what they were going for here. They came out in 2016, and they were first shown at the 2016 San Diego Comic-Con. It seems like a lot of things are shown at the San Diego Comic-Con. Lego confirmed that the SDCC 2016 exclusive characters would be in 2-packs, and they were. And in 2017, the Brickhead sets were released individually. I got this information from Booktopia. So they released a couple sets at Comic-Con, actually. It wasn't just one. And they were, I don't believe they were Star Wars. I do believe they were Marvel, what they were.
If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure at some point Lego was also sued for using the Brickhead name because someone else also had it at that time.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't see that in anything that I read. So not sure. But yeah, so digging into brickheads. Go ahead, keep going. So digging into brickheads, I was kind of curious, like what are because they haven't been around that long. 2016 is not that far back. So kind of curious to where we were as far as how much these things were going for. And I was actually quite surprised. So the San Diego Comic-Con Iron Man and Captain America, number 1 on the list. Now this $892 is what it has it valued at. It was retired. This was a 2016 set at 184 pieces. These things were originally how much? $30? $40? for the doubles? Was it how much was it for the doubles?
Like, I know for the Mandalorian one at Walmart is like $20 for the two.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the older ones.
I was quite surprised how much the price on this had gone up since 2016. The and the fact that these were Marvel, not Star Wars. Kind of curious to what the value would have been if it had been Star Wars instead of Marvel. 'Cause it seems like the Star Wars stuff goes up in price a little bit more. So right now on Lego.com, the Mandalorian and the Child is $20, and the individual brickheads look like they're selling for $9.99. Like Goofy and Pluto is $14.99. Let's see what else. The Mr. and Mrs. Claus is $20. And then it goes into the retired stuff. So the ones it looks like the doubles. So from $20 all the way to probably by now it's probably over $900. And the next one on the list here, the San Diego Comic Con. Keep going. Yeah, go ahead. The San Diego Comic Con is Black Panther and Doctor Strange. This one was also 2016, 173 pieces, also retired. Now it says that the retail price on this was originally 40. So I don't know if they dropped the price on these or if just because it was Marvel that it was more. I'm not 100% sure, but from $40 to almost 900 is 2,130% growth, which is that's quite impressive. And let's see, number 3 on the list, the San Diego Comic Con once again, Batman and the Joker. So it looks like Batman and Joker are DC, Black Panther, Doctor Strange is Marvel, and Iron Man and Captain America are also Marvel. So all the superheroes are looks like what came out in 2016. The next 3 on the list, let's see, we got DC again with Superman and Wonder Woman, which started off at $40 and now 800. Spider-Man and Venom, um, also Marvel, started off at 40 and now 700. And then Amsterdam Brickheads. Now, I don't know the history behind this one, but it is almost $500. And I'm going to assume it started at somewhere between 10 and 15. And then the next 3 on the list, and I kept going. I was going to do top 5, but I kept going because everybody keeps talking about this Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite and how crazy expensive it is now. But it's not on the top of the list. It is actually number 8 on the list. Or after a brickhead, after a brickhead called Noni. And
Who's Noni?
Noni, yeah, that was Noni. Yes, Noni does have a history on it, and Noni was given away at a. It looks like it was a Lego event. Um, Actually, I was gonna pull this up real quick. It was a Lego event, and it was a limited edition brickhead. It was given. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was given to the attendees of the 2017 Lego Inside Tour, which I do not know what that was. Do you know what the Lego Inside Tour was? Because I don't.
Um, so don't quote me on this because I'm not sure.
Well, if
but
you're
I
not
think,
sure, then don't say it.
I think it might be the yeah.
So the Inside Tour is actually on the shirt of this brickhead. There's nothing special about the brickhead. It's all standard pieces. The only thing special about it is the fact that it says the Inside Tour.
So if you get that,
It says, yeah, it says it was limited to just 80 copies, and each plastic bag featured an individually numbered version. So this one was it's very unique. They only made so many of them, and it looks like it says because of the rarity and the rarity of this hard to find set, the current estimated value is around $400. Um, yeah, so I still don't know what this Inside Tour is, but this one is on the list ahead of, believe it or not, Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite.
the only thing inside tour. would be the Lego like brick house. You know how Lego has like a house that's made out of like big Lego bricks?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look it up while we're here instead of guessing. I'm going to quit guessing because I don't want to put out bad information. So, what is Lego Inside Tour?
So yeah, it's the
Oh, here it
Lego
is.
house.
2.5 days guided special tour inside the Lego group. The Lego Inside Tour provides a quick look into the Lego group, often referred to as a once in a lifetime. Oh, this is actually on lego.com.
So
Uh, and I
that,
lost all the text that I was just looking at.
that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Uh, you get to see how Lego bricks are produced, meet the designers, and take a tour through the Lego group's unique history and Old Kirk's original house. Take home a unique Lego set. Each participant receives a Lego set exclusively produced for the Lego Inside Tour. So that explains that. So this particular one, apparently they gave away brickheads. So that answers that question. There we go.
Sure. Yeah,
So,
if you
so this was ahead of, and that one was ahead of the 41498, which was the Lego Brickhead Star Wars, Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite. This one does not say, this one was not a Comic Con set. It was a normal set. It looks like it was 2017, so it came out the next year. This one is pushing a value of 375. However, I just went on eBay about 2 hours ago and looked for it, and I found it for anywhere from 450 to $700.
yeah, and if you still want to get like exclusive sets that are at the brick house or the Lego house, as some people call it, they do still have exclusive sets. Like they have the Lego Factory machine. It's like a Lego version of the machine that makes the pieces.
That would be a cool tour to take.
Yeah.
I would think that would be a lot of fun. The last one on the list and number 9 on the list is 41496, the San Diego Comic-Con Supergirl and Martian Manhunter. I have no idea, and this tells you how not into DC I am. I have no idea what the Martian Manhunter is. I know that Supergirl was running on TV as a TV show. I tried to watch it. I watched maybe 6 episodes and then I couldn't keep going. So I'm assuming that this Martian Manhunter must have, I don't know, if it's not out of the comics themselves, and maybe it's off the show. But this was also in 2017, and it's pushing $400 as the value right now is originally 40. So, so yeah, brickheads. Some people love them, some people hate them. It seems like there's nobody kind of in the middle. They either like them or they don't. And for me, with respect to brickheads, I I there's some of them that I really like, and then there's some of them that um, just don't translate for me. If I'm going through the list on Lego that's currently up here, so Frankenstein, your mom's favorite, that one's downstairs. Donald Duck looks pretty cool. The budgie, the birds are okay.
Yeah, though interestingly, the birds, they're actually a two pack and they're cheaper than 19.99.
Yeah, they're
And it's
14.99, but one of them is smaller than the other. So there's it's probably not as many pieces in this one. And I think that's the same thing with Pluto and Goofy because it's 14.99 as well. The minions look okay. Stuart, Otto, and Groot, or Gru. I'm sorry, Groot. I am Groot. Um, yeah, Gru. The Lady Liberty. Yeah, that one doesn't work for me.
I think it looks like
No, that one just does not work for me. The Dalmatians look cool. The goldfish look cool. Uh, German Shepherd looks a little demonic. The one on the left here looks a little, his ears look more like horns. But some of these work, some of these don't translate as well for me anyway. But for the most part, I do like them. Like the Monkey King to me looks a little off, but hey, you can only do so much when you're building something this blocky. So at the end, so moving on from this, if you had to, like, what are your top 5 brickheads just off the top of your head? I know.
Like starting with 5 to number 1 and number 1 to number 5.
I don't think they have to be in order. Just like your 5 favorite
So
brickheads.
the first one is the Baby Yoda.
The Baby Yoda.
Yeah, or Grogu or the set. He came with the Mandalorian. He did
Oh,
it his own separate.
okay. You messed me up there because I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see a Baby Yoda. Yeah, I didn't see a Baby Yoda brickhead, but it did come with the Mandalorian set. Yeah, Mandalorian. Yeah, I can talk. Um, yeah, that one was cool. What's
Child.
Yeah. Well, what I really like about that one is, it is unique, but it came with the what do you
Cradle.
yeah, the hover cradle or whatever they wanna call that thing. It came with it, which was really cool.
I think it looks like they took like a deviled egg and they left the side,
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the sides.
Yeah, it does have an interesting look to it.
Just feeling.
Alright, so what is your second one?
Somehow. Okay, so I think that my next one would have to be Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Okay, but that's the same set. That's the same set.
Which one? I'm not talking about the Comic-Con Boba Fett. I'm talking about the
Oh,
Boba
you
Fett that was
and
released.
that's not Boba Fett, that's the Mandalorian. Okay, so are you talking about Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite, or are you talking about Boba Fett?
Says like a set in like Toys R Us.
Okay, the one we have. Okay, so this one right here. Okay.
I remember seeing it.
Okay, so Boba Fett and your other set was the Mandalorian. So this one came out before the Mandalorian, and you had mentioned something previously when you were doing the brickhead build that um there were some printing differences, I think you said.
Yeah, the Mandalorian and Boba Fett, they do have different printing differences because they are both different Mandalorians, but no stickers. None of them have stickers. And the Boba Fett is more print intensive than the Mandalorian is. And that's mainly because when this Mando came out, they had like different pieces to work off of. But when this one came out, they relied more on the printed pieces to get that detail that they weren't able to get before.
Gotcha.
This next brickhead is kind of off. It isn't exactly what you would expect on my list, but it's Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. I mean, I don't talk about him on this channel.
I was not expecting you to pick Jack Sparrow.
But Jack Sparrow. I
Okay.
think Jack Sparrow is a really cool one. And my next one is Chewbacca. No, it's not Chewbacca. I think Chewbacca. Yeah, yeah. I think that my next one would be Luke and Yoda.
Luke and Yoda. No, that's a set we don't have.
I really like the Bespin Luke and Yoda.
Yeah, and that Yoda looks
Simplistic.
very, very simplistic. Yeah. So that one is so Luke and Yoda. So you got one more, right? Okay. What is your fifth one?
Stormtrooper.
The Stormtrooper.
Just like the plain Stormtrooper.
Gotcha.
This, not the Sith Trooper, just a normal Stormtrooper.
The normal Stormtrooper. Yeah.
Just your everyday.
That one is cool. The Vader one is cool. So if I have to go through and do the same top 5,
It has to be reasonable.
well, they're all reasonable. They're brickheads.
I mean,
They're not
it
$5,000.
can't be like Comic Con though.
No, I'm not picking Comic-Con stuff because that's stuff that we couldn't get. So for me, I have to start with my favorite one, the set that it comes in. So Kylo Ren and the Sith Trooper. I love the Sith Trooper. Kylo Ren, I mean it's a neat figure, but I really like the Sith Trooper. I prefer that one. The The red on that trooper just looks really sweet. The so the next one for me, I do like the stormtrooper. Chewbacca looks really odd.
Yeah.
So that one is not on the list.
Sorry, sorry to anybody who does like that Chewbacca.
Yeah, Boba Fett is my second one. That one is definitely on the list. The Mandalorian set is on the list. That's number 3. The number 4, I would have to go with another one that we don't have, and it's just because I think this one is just really cute. Pluto and Goofy. Not into a lot of the Disney stuff, but this one just it looks really cute.
I want Pluto.
Yeah, that one's cute. And then the other one, there was one other one. I lost track of it here. Let me find it again. It was where'd it go?
Like, which character
It's not
was it?
on Solo. I just had it in front of me and I lost it.
Describe.
It was hold on, give me a second.
Uh,
It's not Batman. What did I do? Yeah, I keep losing my place. Oh, there it is. Actually, that's 2. So Donald Duck is one of them. And the other one is the one we already have, which is Frankenstein, but that would be number 6. So yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Donald. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Donald. Your mama likes Frankenstein. I'm gonna go with Donald on this one.
Just because my mom likes Frankenstein.
No, just because we already have it. So
You know what? I gotta agree. I mean, it is cool, but I don't think it's as cool as Donald. I mean, Donald is Donald.
right. So we are moving on to our next one here. So brickheads have a very short history. There's not a lot of history with the brickheads because they've only been out since 2016. But as you go through brick economy and you kind of look at the different brickheads and the different values of these brickheads, it's amazing how much these have gone up in just a short period of time. Um, and there's something in here like that aren't on the Lego website. Some of the promotion, a lot of the promotionals. So there's one in here called the Shimeo Brickhead, and it's like I have no idea what this one's about. I have to look this one up. There's a Beijing Brickhead. So this Shimeo Brickhead, it says it was given away at the second flagship Shanghai store grand opening, limited to only 5,000 units. So if you're not actually in here looking and digging, you would never know that this one existed because it's not on the Lego website. Benny is another one from the Lego movie that I didn't see on the Lego website. Or maybe I just missed it, but
I
I,
don't
I
think
didn't see it. Yeah, Hung Zhao is another one. It looks like I bet you this one's Chinese as well. Hung Zhao Brickheads was a 98 piece brickhead promotional set released in 2020. Only available at the Hung Zhao store in China. Yep. So the shirt says I love Hung Zhao. So that one, another promotional. There's one for Kern, and I said Kern. Um, it says Cologne. Most Americans say Cologne, but when I lived in Germany, we called it Kern. Brickhead. This one must be specific to that one, right? Let's see. Yep, Kern, Germany during 2019. So this one's a little bit more recent. Let's see how many of these did they make. It doesn't say, but it was exclusive to that store. And if you spent 75 euros or more, you received a free exclusive brickhead. Oh, there it is. Limited to 1,000 copies.
So if you're wondering where we're getting this information, it's from Brick Economy. I'm pretty sure I already said it.
Yeah, I said
But
that.
Brick Economy is like a place where you could look for information, or you could put like what Lego sets you have, and you could like have a digital like dictionary of things you have and things you don't have.
It's more of like a repository than a dictionary. You can stick your stuff in here and it's like a database. You can save all your stuff. But it does more than that. It categorizes it. It tells you if you enter a set, it tells you how many pieces you have or how many not pieces, how many minifigures you have. So you can go in and enter in like 10 sets and then just go to minifigures and it lists all the minifigures that came in those sets. It tells you what their current price is, what their expected price will be, how much in value they've gone up. So it really is. And we've mentioned this before. Brick Economy is actually a really cool website. So if you get a chance to check it out or just want a place to catalog all of your Lego, this is a good place to go. The
And that's not sponsored.
yeah, this is yeah.
And it's a
Yeah. This is just something that we use that we really like. We don't have any sponsors.
oh,
There is, yeah. See, there's one that's actually that's a cool one.
something interesting.
Star Lord. Yeah, Star Lord and Gamora. I have not seen this set before either.
Something really interesting about the set is that I've never. They don't really do this often, where they have like plates left over. It's usually things like small Technic pins, but in this one they have two 4x6 plates here.
Wow. Huh. Gotta love the extra pieces.
Speaking of that, here is bags 2 or 3.
Very cool.
I'm over halfway there.
So for those of you listening on the podcast, yeah, he's about just over halfway there. This bag number 3.
Yep, this is the last bag.
Yep, busted into bag number 3. And this one is cruising along, going pretty quick. So yeah, so that's our little dig into brickheads here. We kind of, I know this, like I said, I know some people hate them, some people love them. Like I said, for me, it just depends on the brickhead, I guess. Some of them I think translate really well, and some of them just look off. The Chewbacca one, uh, that one's just a little odd for me, and I understand that it's hard to do with bricks, but that one and the Statue of Liberty just don't work for me.
So here's the last figure included in the set, Lieutenant Connix.
There you go.
Yep, she's gonna go right next to this pilot here.
So this set did come with 2 minifigures.
Mhm.
Um,
A couple of really interesting ones too, because this pilot, his helmet is like printed on the side.
nice.
It got the Rebel logo and everything.
That works. Very cool. So
Mhm.
the A-Wing. So the A-Wing, if we jump over to the data bank on StarWars.com, we went through the A-Wing when we did the review for the UCS set. But the A-Wing, as you mentioned earlier, is fast. It is actually faster than a TIE fighter.
And a TIE Interceptor,
Yep.
which is crazy. I mean, TIE Interceptors are stupidly fast.
Yep. The Starfighters of Green Squadron flew in the Battle of Endor, and they were made up of A-Wing starfighters. The A-Wing, says this, according to this, the A-Wing evolved. It was part of the Resistance Starfighter Corps during its fight against the First Order. So this ship has been used, different iterations of it throughout the Star Wars timeline. So this is a pretty fast ship, pretty cool ship. I like the shape.
Yeah, the shape is actually on purpose.
Yeah, they describe it as an arrowhead shape, streamlined cockpit, 2 twin engines, and it is one of the so there's some ships in Star Wars that uh how do you put this? They're odd. Just the shape of them in general, just a little odd.
Like the Z.
This one looks like it would fly. I mean, this one looks it's
Aerodynamic.
yeah, it's very aerodynamic, very slim, very sleek looking aircraft
It's basically
or aircraft,
yeah, it's
spacecraft.
basically like 2 engines that they strapped a pilot onto,
Right.
and I like it. It's probably one of my favorite. No, it is my favorite out of all the other ones, including like the X-wings and all that other stuff.
The Yeah, I was just trying to read into this a little bit more to see if there's a little bit more history into these A-wings. But it looks like, I mean, they've got the Galactic Civil War, the New Republic. This thing is just throughout the Star Wars timeline mentioned multiple times. So
Yeah. The
pretty
head
cool.
sure I mentioned this, but it was purposely built like that so then they could crash into things if they really needed to. It was like a last resort thing, but it did happen. Oh, I see. That's an interesting thing. These are not extra pieces.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, they're asking for them now. That's weird. I've never seen that before.
So they put them in bag. They put them in one bag and then didn't ask for them until you get to another bag.
Yeah.
That's different.
Good thing I didn't put them in the box like I usually do, I guess.
So the maximum speed for this aircraft or spacecraft is 1,300 kilometers per hour, which is approximately 808 miles per hour. Maximum Earth-like atmospheric speed. That's fast. That is very fast.
Yeah.
Is it me or is it raining outside?
Yeah, it's raining.
Wow.
Can they hear that?
According to this spacecraft made its first appearance in Return of the Jedi in 1983.
It was actually designed for Return of the Jedi show.
RZ-1 A-Wing. There's a model of it.
I have one of the landing gear on now.
There you go.
It's gonna ask me to copy and paste that.
As far as spacecraft in Star Wars, this one
The most realistic.
not only the most realistic for me, but it's also one of my favorites. This one, of course, the Millennium Falcon, the X-wing, the TIE Fighter. Which other one would be in your list?
The TIE Interceptor, the TIE Crawler. That isn't a popular one, but I love the TIE Crawler. The TIE Interceptor, the TIE Striker. I just love TIEs. I just really like TIE fighters. I mean, the geometric and amazing goodness. The TIE Crawler is actually a really interesting one, too. So, the TIE Crawler, it's like they put tank treads on a TIE fighter and plopped it on the ground. Lego's actually made a set of this before, surprisingly. It's one of those few sets that I don't mention that I want, but I do because they're cool. There's also the Venator class Star Destroyer.
That's a big one.
Yep.
So how many A-wings, just out of curiosity, how many A-wings do you think Lego has created?
Well,
Because the only two I know of, the only two I know of are the UCS A-wing Starfighter, which was the $200 set. This one, which is so funny because when you search A-wing on Lego.com,
swings and Y wings.
you get Y wings and X wings, and the only A wing that shows up is the UCS A wing.
This one's actually out of stock right now, so they're probably not showing it because it's out of stock.
Yeah, that's a little weird though, because they've got like a lot of other stuff in here that is out of stock, but they just say out of stock. But let's go over here. I'm gonna go back over to Brick Economy.
No one shall never know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Brick Economy and just hit A wing to see how many of them.
Now, if we were talking about like how many actual A-wings were made, that is very difficult.
No. I'm talking about sets.
Because A-wings, like
Okay, here we go.
A-wings come from the Jedi Starfighter.
Here we go. So it looks like we got different variations of this. So we have, oh wow, that was way more than I thought.
Yeah, including polybags
Several.
and stuff.
Right. So here's a poly bag. There's a poly bag that was 44 pieces. It says 2020. Yeah, right here. It
Oh,
says it was a
it's a
magazine gift. Yeah.
see now.
Yeah. And then here's the UCS 75275. That was in 2020. That one was 1,673 pieces. Then there was one in 2015. Let's see if we can order this. Can I sort this? Oh, it doesn't give me a sorting option here. Okay. So there was one in 2015 that is, let's see, it was $6. What would be $6? That's a small, it's a really small set. It says it's 58 pieces. The Resistance A-Wing, which is the one you're working on right now, is from 2019. That one says it's retiring soon. The Rebel A-Wing Starfighter set number 75247 was also in 2019. This is a 4+ set. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on number 6. This one was in 2013. So they've been making A-Wings for a long time. 177. So that was a medium size one. 2018, 188. That was a small microfighter. 2017. This one looks completely different than the one you're working on right now.
That's a really small.
Yeah. There's another one that's really small, almost like a microfighter. Oh no, that's not a microfighter. 358 pieces. That was from 2017. That looks like a play scale size set. There's a pilot. There's one from here's one from 2000. Let's see what this looks like. So this has got to be one of the first ones because I didn't see anything that said 99. Nope, this is the first.
Evo's 2000.
Yep, this is the first A-Wing. 125 piece set with 2 minifigures. It was based on Star Wars episode Return of the Jedi. Is it episode 6? Yeah. Return of the Jedi. The current value for the new and sealed one is $67.
You know what's
That's not that much.
talking this whole time, but we are yet to ask the question: what is our favorite A-wing? Like, what is our favorite variation of the A-wing?
With like Lego?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well,
mean not Lego, but like actual A-wing. Sorry.
oh, I don't know. I was gonna say if you're talking about Lego, mine is the UCS one back there. That one would be my favorite.
Yeah, that to say the
I'm really surprised though that the 7134, the first A-Wing from 2000, only has a used value of $21 and a new sealed value of 67. Yeah, that's not that.
it's weird how cheap these 1999 to 2000 sets can be because like I'm gonna the Atlanta Brick Company, they actually had a couple in the 1999 sets. Sorry for like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
$20.
Yeah, I
So
don't know why some of those sets are worth a lot and some of them seem like they're not worth hardly anything.
seems like the big sets are the ones that gain
Yeah.
value.
I mean, because the models themselves, I mean, looking at this, it's not as good as what we're building now, but it's still like,
Straight.
yeah. So for it to come out at $67, it was originally 15. I mean, it has gone up 346%, but still, compare that to just the brickheads we were looking at just a few minutes ago, where they started out at 20 and now they're almost 500. So there's a huge difference between some of the original Star Wars sets and some of the more recent stuff that gets retired within a year or two, and how fast those prices go up. I look,
A question from earlier. I would say that I'm kind of biased when I say this, but the Rebel A-wing, I just prefer the Rebel A-Wing way more, and it's probably because that was the first trilogy I saw. So, like I said, I might be a little biased, but that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Like I said, I think oh hey, look, hey, Mark is here.
Oh, hello.
Mark, we're back. Yeah, we're glad to be back. It's like I said, it's been a little bit over a month, and we haven't been able to stream for over a month. We still don't know exactly why, but we did get YouTube to review our channel and review the situation, and they decided that they were going to turn us back on.
You know,
So we are glad to be back.
something I was thinking. It's kind of dumb, but I was thinking that what we should do is that we should do like a poll, and so then once we reach 100, we should start calling our subscribers something, like give them a name instead of just subscribers,
Um,
like studs or bricks or
I
brickheads.
was thinking Sith heads, but hey,
That's a little weird, but
like brickheads is any better.
yeah,
Brickhead, Sith
yeah,
head,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we're glad to be back. We did this on a Saturday so that we could test the setup and make sure that everything was working again and that we weren't going to have any issues on the channel with the stream since we haven't been streaming on YouTube in quite some time. We also switched up our audio setup. The last stream that we tried to do to Twitch, uh, you kept fading in and out through the whole thing because we're using one microphone. So we set this up so that we've got a two microphone setup now. So hopefully both of us are coming through loud and clear.
It's one microphone right here, and there's another one over here. It's harder to see because it kind of blends in, but it is there.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get the audio better now that we're doing the podcast thing as well. For those of you out there on, was it Apple Podcast?
Apple Podcasts. Well,
There's a huge list of these things, and I
Yes.
keep forgetting. I keep forgetting how many of them. Yeah, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. We're on all of them right now, and we are uploading these after we do the live streams. If you're interested in watching our YouTube channel, we are Sith and Bricks on YouTube. We're easy to find. And if you're on YouTube and you want to listen to us when you can't watch, again, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Oh, also today, as of today, Pandora. So Pandora approved us as well today. So we're pretty
Yeah.
much everywhere that you can listen to a podcast, we're on.
So if you're driving and you're on the road, you could listen to us through like things like Spotify.
Yeah. And we are learning as we go here with regard to the podcasting. So we are trying to make sure with these builds that we're not,
Just
yeah, so that it's not just silence throughout the entire build. So we're coming up with some discussions. We're going to talk about things about the build, talk about some other things. We had talked earlier yesterday about talking about brickheads. That was something that was interesting for us. So we're going to come up with all kinds of different topics. We're going to do more top fives. We're going to do more would you rather's. Um, you guys need to let us know down in the comments, what are your favorite brickheads? Do you even like brickheads?
sits.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you even care for them or not. And if you do, which ones are your favorites? And if this A-Wing is something that you have, something that you want, or if you would prefer, well, obviously, I mean, a lot of people would prefer the UCS A-Wing, but which one do you like better, this one or the UCS A-Wing? And does anybody out there have that old 2000 set? I'd be really curious to know if someone still has their hands on one. I know the demographic for this channel has a tendency to be in the teen range, and some of you weren't even around, but maybe your parents have it. I'd be curious to know if anybody is holding on to those things, and if you have any other variation of this A-Wing. This is a pretty popular. There we go.
Yep.
So there it is. There is the Resistance A-Wing. It is white and green.
And if you really
And
want to wanted to, it wouldn't be hard to modify this into a Rebel A-Wing too. So.
No, you could probably replace a lot of these green pieces with the red pieces pretty easy, actually.
Yeah.
So.
And like change like the figures, and then boom, you got a.
And you know what?
Really good looking.
We did it again. We were trying to target like a 35-minute live stream based on the number of pieces and the topics that we had, and we're at 52 minutes already.
Seems to be a big channel.
Yeah, we need to. We're gonna try to. We want to try to keep it around 30 minutes. 30. Yeah. Yeah, 30, 45 minutes. Yeah, last time we went for almost 2 hours, and that's a bit much for a podcast. Thank you, Mark. So there we go. That is the Resistance A-Wing completely finished.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's like all the angles and everything, and like the cannons move. I got the stickers on this cockpit perfectly. I mean, I'm so proud of that. I did that with my hands. I didn't cheat. And the bottom landing gear, I know it's kind of hard to see, but they do come in. So if you want to like do this at like an angle, you could have it like this too. The cockpit opens, the cannons move, and the one play feature is actually here on the top. There's like a little button here. It's gonna be like, careful when I press this. Yeah, it like shoots out a little.
Making the camera freak out.
Oh yeah. Put this back in here. You align the cannons because of OCD.
Thank you, Mark. What is our next build? That is a very good question. We have.
We should do a poll.
Right now, right now I don't know. I don't even think we can do that.
We can't do a poll yet.
If we had the community piece turned on, we could, but we can't do it on YouTube. We could do it on our website, but not on YouTube. So right now we're looking at, was it the Bantha that we were looking at?
T-16 Skyhopper versus Bantha microfighter.
Right. So it was a microfighter set that we were looking at.
I think we're gonna be building like one build each week.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do one build and one review per week with, obviously some topics and some trivia and things like that mixed in. We're gonna try to not do all builds because we'll probably run out of stuff to build here in the next several months. But B, we want to keep it a little bit more interactive, a little bit more interesting. And right now, with the number of people that are watching on YouTube, most people think we're completely off of live stream. So we got to wait until that audience starts to kick back in. Once it does, we'll kind of reevaluate and see where we are. But I think the Bantha is going to be the next one that we do.
Space. She used a like a car piece, so then the figure could get low to the ground, and it gives them a lot of head space inside this cockpit, so it closes.
That is pretty cool.
And it's completely sealed.
Awesome.
It's not a crack in the area. You could always blast on everything. Or you could have them like just here with everyone else. And yeah. It's an A-Wing.
There we go. Well, we want to thank everybody for watching. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're listening to us on the podcast, please hit us up with 5 stars. And Aiden, if you want to, we're going to go ahead and switch back over here to camera 1. If you want to go ahead and take us out.
So, this live stream has been so much fun. I'd like to thank YouTube for bringing our ability to come live back again. And I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching. Good night.